God damn it, Linda. We're not ready to start the episode yet. Kevin, don't start the episode
Well,
yet.
I'm ready to start.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, I wasn't ready. So go fuck
God
yourselves.
damn it.
Well, when will you be ready?
Right now.
God
welcome
damn it!
back.
You realize all that's getting left in now, right?
Kevin, edit this out.
And welcome back.
I have to say, being called her big brother is a bit embarrassing on my end, but... Well, alright. I turn around in response to the splashing sounds coming from the pond. Behind me, there are a number of fish gathered on the surface of the water, flapping their mouths in demand for more food. Fucking greedy bastards. It seems they've come to expect a handout when people stand near the pond. You see what you've done, Makina? You've ruined their natural instincts. They'll die.
Now those fish are gonna be on food stamps forever. They're gonna be a tax on the system. God damn, I'm paying for them through Obamacare. Do you see what you've done?
Obamacare actually funds koi fish in Japan, didn't you know? That's
No,
what
only
that's
the
what the true
specific
purpose
pond.
is.
Only the specific pond.
Yeah, it
That
does
is
nothing
what
else.
all the funds of Obamacare go to.
It seems they've come to expect a handout when I already read that line. Makina, still have hard cut. Makina, you still have breadcrumbs left?
Yeah?
Makina thrusts her hand into her shirt pocket and rummages through its contents.
This ain't it.
What shirt
Not this
pocket,
one,
by
is it?
the way?
There is no pockets on that shirt. None. As she pulls things out of her pockets, one after the other. Items emerge that are mostly sweets like candies, chocolates, and chewing gum, along with an erratic selection of tools, nail clippers, rubber bands, and glue sticks. Jesus Christ. Although I've heard that women's purses are connected to a fourth dimension, this girl's pockets seem to be connected to a garbage dump. Makina carelessly rains down rubbish and emerges on the ground around her. One after the other. What is this? I pick up a plastic container shaped like a large film canister. There's a label pasted on the side filled with numbers, symbols of uncertain meaning.
Don't. That's remaining candy for Cheeto Cheeto. Give it back.
I'm not going to steal or anything. Here, take it. When I hold out the case, Makina snatches it back instantly.
You can't. You absolutely can't eat these. K.
K.
Okay.
I'm not going to sneak bites of other people's food at my age.
So you say, but I ain't convinced. The world's a cruel place. I've known a certain oversized woman
What
to
the
say
fuck
things
is
like
up with
that,
the way she talks?
and then go gorge herself in secret until she's drowning in pleasure.
Did someone say drowning in pleasure?
Uh-huh. Amane, huh? Who else fits that fucking description?
Drown you in pleasure.
Huh? How do you know I was talking about Amane?
By pleasure, I mean
Amane.
is.
That's just an easy one right there. I did just say the first name that popped into my head. It was really her? Guess she's got a surprisingly gluttonous side.
Don't tell her you heard it from me, okay? Here, I'll give you some bread. Let's make it our little secret.
It's probably stale bread.
Well, yeah. Good as her word, Makina shoved some half-eaten bread under my face.
There, you can have all of it. Eat it all up and get nice and plump, yeah? Gonna eat
No,
you too later.
I wasn't planning to eat it. I take the breadcrumbs from Makina and I said breadcrumbs. I'm leaving it that way. Tear off small pieces and throw it into the pond. The fish on the surface are struggle like a pack of piranhas for their food, messily gulping it all down. Then they go into a fucking feeding frenzy like sharks and tear each other apart, and it's the most gore-filled sight you'll ever see on a school campus.
Well, with koi fish anyway. I'm gonna take the high road and not make any jokes about the school campus scory, by the way.
Nice appetite, huh? You'd think these things were carp, but now that I get a closer look, they're actually goldfish. Carp and goldfish are technically the same thing, just carp are bigger.
I'm assuming he's wrong on both counts and they're koi. No, look
Oh,
Now
at
she
it.
insists that they're goldfish.
Yep, they were goldfish. I scooped them up right at the Shinto festival last year.
Wow, she's kept festival fish alive that long? Who am I talking about? I had a festival fish for like 17 years. From a goldfish snatching game, huh?
Yep.
If these were originally goldfish from a scooping game, they're almost certainly the tiny kind that are sold as live for carnivorous fish in pet shops, but these things are huge.
Well, that's the thing with those fish. If you put them in a bigger tank, they get bigger.
And this
I
pond
fed
seems
them
decent
every
size.
day, and they just got bigger and bigger, you know?
I'll show you something that'll get bigger and bigger after starting out really small. Wait. Oh yeah, that works.
I guess that works.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Fish generally can keep growing as long as they're alive. So the more you feed them, the bigger they'll get. But just what have you been feeding them?
That's just this bread, you know, laced with anabolic steroids. Anabolic steroids?
Anabolic.
Anabolic steroids.
Chunks of bread or normal goldfish food, I guess. I feed them all the time I get during recess and when I get bored.
Well, they're not dead yet, so I guess she's not overfeeding them. Ah, I get it. Fish don't really have a sense of being full, do they? They don't really nerve pain either. So they'll just eat as much as you give them, even if their stomachs are bulging out.
Really?
Yeah, that's how fish die.
That's really depressing.
The number one cause of death among aquarium fish is indigestion from being overfed. Or that's what it said in something I read when I was a kid.
What kind of book?
I think it was a magazine called Monthly Junior Science. There was an article about raising fish in ozonated water, where it was mentioned.
Ooh, it's a magazine about fish?
Not just fish. It features other things like animals or space as well. My older sister was a seriously dedicated reader. I'd pick up magazines like that when she was finished, although half of them went over my head. As I'm recalling the content of the science magazine I read back then, I suddenly remember something. Hey Machina, have you had some pickled squid in that pocket, didn't you? What the fuck didn't you have in that pocket?
Yeah, I do, but giving it to the fish?
No, just take one out for now. Also, I have anything we could use as a string?
Got some cotton sewing thread. Why?
You'll see.
Got 100 yards of this thread. Don't ask me why I have so much.
Or where she's keeping it. Receiving the squid from Machina, I firmly tie it to the end of the thread around it. Then knot the other end of the tree branch and pick up yeah.
A fishing rod?
Exactly. So now I toss the squid dangling into the pond. Around the area where I threw the squid, I can see the shape of the crawfish Machina was poking at earlier. When I jiggle the squid in front of his face, within a matter of seconds, the crawfish extends his pincers, and firmly seizes the bait. Hooked him, see that?
Whoa! Awesome! Who caught the clawfish?
It's a crawfish, not a clawfish. You've got the wrong word. As I dangle the captured crustacean in front of her eyes, Machina stares at it with an expression of immense curiosity. She's gonna get fucking pinched.
Oh, this clawfish is bright red.
There must be a lot of edible aquatic plants or something in there. Crawfish tend to turn red when they have abundant food.
What happens if they don't?
They turn blue.
Blue?
If you take a small newborn crawfish and continuously give it food like potatoes, radishes, and sardines that don't contain carotene, it'll turn blue in a month or so.
You serious?
I read it in a book when I was a kid and ended up trying it out myself. There were some that ended up with a lot of violet spots or white flecks, and I remember getting a few that turned deep blue as well. Great, now this episode is just about science. Like, we're not even fucking forcing the science into the episode, it's doing it for us.
Cool, I want to try it too. Dog's asleep.
I'm trying to figure out if Alex actually fell asleep or he's faking sleeping because of this boring science bullshit. Alex?
He genuinely fell asleep.
Huh. Well, Kevin, end the episode. This is gonna be a short one.